Good morning, Cullman. Thank you for joining us on Cullman Today. I'm your host, Christine Wiggins, and today is Thursday, April 17th. Coming up on Cullman Today, fatal boating accident on Smith Lake, the state of education, and all Alabama academic team recognitions. All of this plus sports, weather, and more. Now let's take a closer look at the top stories happening in Cullman today. 3 men died as a result of a two-vessel crash that happened at approximately 7:03 Wednesday morning on day 2 of Major League Fishing's Tackle Warehouse Invitational on Smith Lake in Cullman County. Joey M. Broom, 58, of Altoona, was fatally injured when the center console vessel he was on board was struck by a nitro bass boat, according to the Alabama Law Enforcement Agency. Broom was pronounced deceased at the scene. The other 2 victims have been identified as John K. Clark, 44, of Cullman, and Jeffrey C. Little, 62, of Brandon, Mississippi. Aaliyah said both men were also on board the center console vessel, were thrown overboard during the incident and drowned. The crash occurred near the Miller Flats area of Smith Lake in Cullman County. No information has been released regarding other passengers or the driver of the nitro bass boat, but Major League Fishing in its statement said that the incident involved one of the event's competing anglers, Flint Davis of Leesburg, Georgia. Aaliyah's Marine Patrol Division said that as additional information becomes available, it will be passed along. MLF Executive Vice President and General Manager Kathy Fennell said that it is a heartbreaking moment for the entire organization and offered their deepest condolences to the families and friends of those affected by the tragedy. The remainder of the tournament has been canceled following the accident. The Cullman Area Chamber of Commerce hosted the 2025 State of Education Community Luncheon at Wallace State Community College on Friday, April 11th. The annual event featured Cullman City Schools Superintendent Kyle Koloff, Cullman County Schools Superintendent Dr. Shane Barnett, and Wallace State Vice President for Advancement and Innovation Suzanne Harbin on behalf of Wallace State President Dr. Vicki Karlowicz. The city school system was recognized for its academic excellence with its second consecutive year of straight A's on the Alabama State Department of Education report card. East Elementary School was honored for its selection as a National Blue Ribbon School by the U.S. Department of Education, one of only 5 schools in the state to receive the honor in 2024. Cullman City Primary School was also honored for being named a 2024 Safe Schools Initiative Awards winner, one of 6 schools in the state to receive the award. Barnett shared progress on the key goals of the county school system, including increases in graduation rates and career and college readiness. The system received an A on the Alabama State Department of Education report card, with scores for almost all schools improving. The Grow Your Own Instructional Aid internship for seniors was also highlighted, as well as significant upgrades and investments in school facilities. Harbin spoke about Wallace State's national acclaim. The school was named a top 10 finalist for the 2025 Aspen Prize for Community College Excellence, recognizing achievements in graduation rates, workforce alignment, and innovative partnerships. She noted that Wallace State celebrated record enrollment rates with over 6,400 students in credit-bearing programs and 1,500 in workforce and adult education. A highlight of the luncheon was students and educators being recognized for hard work, dedication, and achievements. 2 Wallace State Community College students were among 48 recognized by the Alabama Community College System at its 30th annual All-Alabama Academic Team Recognition Program recently at the Embassy Suites in Birmingham. 2 students from each Alabama Community College earned scholarship awards totaling $61,250. Wallace State students Lisbeth Reyna Delgado and Kimberly Wilt each received $1,000 scholarships from the Paths for Success Foundation. to be used at any public or private college of their choice. Wallace State President Dr. Vicki Karlowicz joined Susan Price, ACCS Senior Vice Chancellor and Chief of Staff, in presenting Delgado and Wilt their awards. Delgado of Altoona will graduate next month with an associate degree and plans to enter the Wallace State UAB Joint Enrollment Program at Wallace State to simultaneously earn both an associate degree and bachelor's degree in nursing. She wants to work as a labor delivery nurse and continue her education to become a nurse practitioner. Wilt of Cullman will graduate next month with an associate degree in liberal arts general studies. She plans to transfer to a four-year college to pursue a degree in marine and aquatic sciences, with the ultimate goal to earn a master's degree and doctorate. Both Delgado and Wilt were selected from Wallace State by members of the Phi Theta Kappa Honor Society for their demonstration of academic excellence and intellectual rigor, leadership, and service, and for a commitment to extending their education beyond the classroom to benefit society. And those are the top stories in Cullman today. Coming up, Good Hope picks up an area win at Danville. Sports is next. Welcome back. In today's sports segment, let's take a look at some of the latest local softball action. Good Hope hit the road for an area matchup at Danville on Tuesday, and after jumping out to an early lead, the Raiders fended off the Hawks in the final two innings to secure an 8-4 win. After a scoreless first inning, Good Hope took the lead in the top of the second. Molly Benefield led off the inning with a double, and Addison Burgess followed with a single to put runners on the corners. 2 pitches later, Brooklyn Lambert drove an RBI single to left field to give the Raiders a 1-0 lead. A sacrifice bunt by Maggie O'Neill allowed another run to score, and Lizzie Steed lined another RBI single to left field to put Good Hope ahead 3-0. The Raiders added to their lead in the top of the third. An error allowed Molly Johnson to score and make it a 4-0 game, and later in the inning, Natalie Miller knocked an RBI single into center field to extend the lead to 5-0. After a scoreless fourth inning, Good Hope tacked on another run in the top of the fifth when Gracie Garman scored on a fielder's choice, stretching the lead to 6-0. Danville plated 3 runs in the bottom of the fifth to cut the lead to 6-3, but Good Hope got one of the runs back with an RBI single from Haley Lay in the top of the sixth. A solo home run from the Hawks trimmed the lead to 7-4 in the bottom of the sixth, but the Raiders responded in the top of the seventh. Steed lined an RBI double into right field to drive in another run and put Good Hope in front 8-4. The Raiders collected the final 3 outs in the bottom of the seventh and returned home with an 8-4 area win over Danville. Steed finished with 2 hits and 2 RBIs in the win. Miller, Burgess, and Benefield each added a pair of hits as well. The Raiders will be back home tonight for another area matchup with Danville. And that wraps up sports for today. After the break, we'll bring you 4 stories in under 4 minutes, including Easter egg safety tips and the pet of the week. Welcome back. Now it's time to speed things up with a news rundown. 4 stories in under 4 minutes. Bloom Winery in Good Hope will host a Paint Your Own Teacup Planter event on Tuesday, April 29th from 5:30 to 7 p.m. For $14, each attendee will receive a teacup and saucer, paints and brushes, and soil and seeds. Owner Bella Cornelius Tripp said, "It's a fun springtime event geared toward groups of ladies looking for a creative outing, perfect for a girls' day, mother-daughter time, or solo treat yourself moment." Bloom Winery is located at 1849 County Road 222 in Good Hope. You can get your tickets at tinyurl.com/teacupplanter. It's safe to say eggs are a mainstay for Easter celebrations. When it comes to dyeing, storing, and even eating these eggs, there are a few things to keep in mind. With the price of a dozen eggs at still more than $3 a dozen, some may wonder if they can use the same eggs for multiple purposes, such as eating dyed eggs after they've been used for an Easter egg hunt. Alice Moore, an Alabama Cooperative Extension System food safety and quality agent, said this is not recommended. Moore suggests hiding plastic eggs and saving the dyed eggs in the refrigerator to eat. Cooked eggs that are still in the shells are safe to eat for up to 7 days if refrigerated. At room temperature, cooked eggs should not be left out for more than 2 hours. However, when temperatures reach 85 degrees or higher, that timeline decreases to between 30 minutes and an hour. Those who plan to eat their dyed eggs may also want to consider alternative sources of dye like beets for the color pink, onion skins for orange, turmeric for yellow, purple cabbage for light blue, and blueberries for dark blue. For more information on food safety, visit the Alabama Extension website at aces.edu/go/food safety. Meet Pearl, a Great Pyrenees with badger markings, the Cullman Tribune Pet of the Week. This beautiful girl is approximately 1.5 years old. Pearl is classified as having low energy, but she will melt all your problems away. She loves to sit by your side as she surveys the yard for anything unusual. Her tranquil demeanor is contagious, a perfect remedy for this busy world. Pearl's adoption fee is just $130, which includes spaying, DHLPP, Bordetella, and rabies vaccines, wormer, general exam at the vet, and microchip. Pearl is described by her caretaker as another wonderful soul with trusting eyes. How can I not love her? Visit the shelter at 935 Convent Road Northeast. It's open Monday through Friday from 9 to 3:30. Contact the Cullman County Animal Shelter at 256-734-5448. Sherry and Tommy Boatwright have brought the vibrant tradition of Carolina shag dancing to the Cullman community. After hosting group lessons for members at St. John's Church, the couple is now expanding their efforts, inviting the entire community to join in and experience the joy of this iconic dance. Cullman's Carolina Beach Shaggers will host their first gathering on Saturday, April 26th. Admission is $10, and snacks, beer, and wine will be available for purchase. Newcomers are encouraged to attend, as the lesson will be held at 6 p.m. with music and dancing from 7 to 10. The event will be held at VFW Post 2214, located at 112 Veterans Drive in Cullman. For more information, call 256-352-5080 or email duckcreek@bellsouth.net. And that's your 4 stories in under 4 minutes. Now for a quick break before we look at the weather ahead. I'll be right back after this quick message.
Cullman's in full bloom in the newest edition of Community Matters from the Cullman Tribune. Discover fresh dining spots, celebrate community connections, and meet local heroes making a real difference. From stunning sights to courtside lights, there's something for everyone to enjoy. Pick up your free copy around town or read it online today. Community Matters. Get to know your community.
Now let's take a look at your weather forecast. The streak of gorgeous spring days continues. Today we'll see sunny skies, a breeze, and a high near 79 with a low around 57. Friday will be mostly sunny and breezy with a high near 83 and a low around 64. That wraps up today's edition of Cullman Today. Thank you for sharing your morning with us, and remember to stay connected by following us on social media and visiting CullmanTribune.com for the latest from our community. We'll see you bright and early tomorrow morning at 6:30 a.m. I'm Christine Wiggins with Cullman Today. Have a great day, Cullman.